Oh, hi! I have no idea what decisions you made in life that brought you here, but I'm happy that you did. So, let me tell you a little bit about myself, who I am, and why it matters. So, my name is Cata. I was born and raised in Chile to a religious family of German ancestry. I speak 5 languages and I do all sorts of crazy shit like decide to study abroad in the US, call myself a witch, read tarot, shave my head, and quit my job to dedicate myself full time to teach other women about their menstrual cycles. You know, the usual evangelical feminist shit. Oh, by the way, I'm a nurse with further studies in menstrual health. So I was born and raised in Chile. And in 2016, I went to the US to become a nurse, which I did in 2020, right in the pandemic. That was not great. It was not great. But upon returning to Chile, I decided to pursue my true passion, which is women's health. So I became a certified genetic counselor in clinical genetics and reproductive genetics. I also did studies in human sexuality and in women's health and sexuality throughout her life. But more important than all of this is that I am an endometriosis warrior. So I started my period when I was 14. I was the last of my class because I struggle with eating. Food is a big issue for me just because I have autism and certain textures or flavors or smells or whatever are just very difficult for me to stomach, literally. Like I will look at my favorite food and I will chew it and I won't be able to swallow it. It's really difficult, and I've been dealing with it. But because of those things, I got my period quite late, or at least later than my peers. And from the very first moment, my periods were extremely painful, extremely painful. I was on and off the pill a couple times, but really, the endometriosis diagnosis took 13 whole years to finally arrive. I had gotten to a point where I had done all the tests there are. I even did an MRI and they couldn't find the endometriosis. So I just figured, you know what? Screw it. I don't have it. I don't have endometriosis. And then I got the copper IUD, one of the worst mistakes I ever made, because endometriosis is inflammation. It thrives in inflammation. And the copper IUD works by inflaming your uterus. That's literally how it keeps you from being pregnant. So it made it flare up. And a year and a half into having the copper IUD, I went to get an ultrasound because I was having so much pain constantly. And that is when we found endometriomas everywhere. So endometriosis. There was an endometrioma on my ovary that was bigger than my uterus itself. It was rough. So then I got the IUD removed, and my doctor kept trying to push either the Enagest, the pill, or Mirena onto me, and I said no, because every single time I have been on the pill or the ring or whatever, I felt not myself. I felt depressed, I felt disconnected, I felt low libido, like zero sex drive, and I thought, this is not a way to live. So I respectfully declined and I decided to adopt a certain lifestyle. So I have spent the last few years eating intentionally, supplementing myself intentionally, and basically taking every step I possibly can to heal my own endometriosis without the help of hormones. And I have been successful. I can honestly say that I can't remember the last time I had a painful period other than, the normal discomfort that comes from periods, because you are shedding an entire lining of epithelium. Like, it's not just gonna so what is my goal? My goal is to create a menstrual empire of powerful, knowledgeable, and autonomous women, and that is where you come in. So let us get started.